Hi everyone. I wanted to do a short video on this whole concept of becoming a successful online student. That's a term you might have heard if you've ever taken an online class before. And you can do a whole bunch of reading about that. You can go take some quizzes, and all that stuff is super useful. I provided some links for you in the modules. All that stuff is really, really useful. But I wanted to talk to you about a couple things that I haven't seen clearly written down anywhere that I have looked at, and it's stuff that students have told me. One thing in particular, and something I found really useful for myself when I've taken some online classes. So I think the basic premise here is the same as it is in a face-to-face environment. You just got to show up. In a lot of online classes, if you're just consistent and you complete your work and you're engaged, you're probably going to do pretty well. And I think that that is true in this class, just like any other class. Just like it would be face-to-face. You got to show up, you got to check in, and you need to do that regularly. This class is not going to be a class where you can just show up on Saturday morning or something and do, think you're going to bang out all your homework in 2 hours. That's probably not going to work. Even if that was enough time, which I don't think it will be, you'll have missed the discussion post. So you need to pay attention to the calendar, which is kind of my second major point, and the thing that's something that students have talked to me about and something that I've experienced, which is that in an online class, each class is going to have sort of its own flow for due dates. And what I recommend you do is see when things are due in that class and then figure out when you can do the homework for that. And so just make Tuesday night is the same night that you always do your homework, and then you always do it again on Friday, or whatever it is that works best for you. But time that up with when those things are due. So if the discussion is due on a Wednesday, then start it on a Tuesday, if that's what works for you. And that's going to really help if you can figure out the 2 or 3 days a week that you can plan in to do your homework for this class is really going to help you. So you might need a little bit more time once a week to go take the test or to take the quiz. And so you might want to chunk out some time on a specific day of the week, Friday afternoon, whatever it happens to be, so that you know that you have left yourself time to take that test, and so that you don't forget about it. Because over and over again, what I hear from students who've taken classes online, and actually people do this in face-to-face too, but it's just less noticeable, is that they simply forgot about the work. So to give you an example, years ago when online learning was fairly new, I happened to be a TA, and I taught in a hybrid class. So the students met face-to-face 2 hours a week, and then they were online 1 hour a week. And what took me, because I was brand new, this was 10 years ago, it took me a little while to realize what was happening to these students is they would come to class real regularly, but then they would forget to take the quiz over and over again. They forgot to take the online quiz. And it dawned on me the second semester that the problem was that they hadn't planned out a specific time, and there was no reminder for them. So you have to do that for yourself online. You're not going to have an instructor sitting there for 3 hours a week saying your assignment's due at this time, or obviously you showed up today to take the midterm because you're kind of in a pattern of showing up today to take the midterm or to do anything in a class. You have to be proactive enough online to know that if the quiz is due at 11:59 on a Sunday, which is when the quizzes are due, that you need to have set out time ahead of time to do that. You can't just show up at 11 o'clock at night on Sunday night. You're probably going to run into a wall at some point if you do that. So that's my biggest tip. Again, I've heard that from multiple students that calendar really helped them. And in my own experience, I've taken a couple classes online for different reasons over the course of time. And that was a thing that really helped me. Like one semester I was teaching a Monday night class and a Wednesday night class. So I remember I always did my homework on Tuesday nights because that was the flow for that particular class. And that helped me be successful. And I really think for a lot of you, it will help you be successful too. So I hope that helps some of you, because you're probably not going to see that particular hint anywhere else. I mean, that's just something students told me and that I happen to do for myself too. So I don't see that written down in the literature anywhere. But I hope that you find something that works for you, and staying engaged in an online class is like the key to success. I can't emphasize that enough. So I hope you all are successful on that note, and you'll see me in the next video, I guess.